Hello everyone, this is SWTOR here, back with another Star Wars The Old Republic video. Today I have for you guys another Star Wars The Old Republic video. In today's video I'm going to be returning to the Star Wars The Old Republic Carnage Marauder PvP series. Now this series is going to likely be replacing the Healing Sage PvP series for right now. I just thought it would be interesting to change it up a bit. And this is definitely going to be the first episode since the return. Like I said, the guide and the whole entire schedule for the Star Wars Republic guides, discussion, highlights, and everything will be back to normal tomorrow. But for right now, I decided I would release, the Carnage Marauder PvP once again. And yeah, this episode is going to be very interesting. It's going to be actually a really big topic that I feel like should be talked about. Once again, you guys should leave a comment down below after watching the video and just, tell me what you think about the topic on its own. And just tell me what you think about the gameplay. So I hope you guys enjoy this Star Wars Republic Carnage Marauder PvP episode. As always, if you guys enjoy these videos, then make sure to leave a like. And if you guys want some nice gaming glasses, then check the links down below. No scope gaming glasses, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And I will see you guys in the match. Alrighty guys, we are in a match right now. So yeah guys, today I actually wanted to do quite an important topic. Now today's topic is actually going to be something that I don't think anyone in the community has actually decided to discuss, and it's just something that does need to be said. Now, if you don't check Reddit on Star Wars The Old Republic, you might not know this, but recently it's been said that, there's been files on the PTS that comes down to Knights of the Fallen Empire, and there's also been people that have been in the PTS for Knights of the Fallen Empire. And I think the problem is that these players have been leaking it all over the place on Reddit and all this random stuff. And I just wanted to talk about that. Once again, when I've been, normally I do check Reddit every now and then when I'm, playing, or when I'm not playing Star Wars The Old Republic, I will sometimes check Reddit. And just recently, I actually decided to go ahead and check Reddit just to see, know what's going on, because usually Reddit has some nice conversations about stuff with the game. And I think that's pretty cool. And obviously, I do like checking it, so that's just kind of my whole entire idea, is that I do want to check Reddit and then see if there's anything special going on, since I think, that would be interesting overall, just to go ahead and see what is actually on Reddit, since there's always a bunch of random stuff and also really cool things in the game. But recently, when I check Reddit, there's only been, PTS leaks and all this random stuff. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, if you check the terms of service in Star Wars The Old Republic, you can get banned for doing that, or actually leaking that kind of stuff. So that's obviously not the best idea for someone to go ahead and just do that. So that's just one thing right there. And I just feel like it's just something that I do need to talk about. Personally, I'm not going to talk about any leaks on my channel because of the fact that, first off, I don't want to get banned. That's the main thing. But the second thing is just the fact that, it's just kind of pointless. The actual expansion comes out in like a month. So, just seriously leaking something like that just seems kind of pointless, personally. And also, it kind of defeats the purpose of actually testing it, because if it's going to be broken at launch and you're just going to go ahead and leak all the stuff that's going out, then, that's kind of whatever. You're allowed to do that in your own right, but you just have to realize that you're likely going to, get banned if they figure out who is doing what. Because I'm pretty sure that, once again, I'm pretty sure that the actual Bioware developers do check the Reddit, because I've seen them on there before, so I'm pretty sure they already likely know that people are just going on the PTS and leaking the stuff if they got invited. And, that's not good at all. Once again, it comes out in a month, but still at the same time, I'm pretty sure that they do have to, I think there's a contract overall that they do have to sign just to say that they can't say anything, or they can, get their account banned. But if they don't have that, then once again, just in the terms and service itself in Star Wars The Old Republic does kind of say that, you're not just actually supposed to, leak stuff, info like that. So, that's kind of bad for them, considering the fact that if they do get caught, then they're going to get banned. But I just also think it's kind of sad when it comes down to it that, we're kind of dealing with this problem in Star Wars The Old Republic. It's not really a problem, since not many people are obviously going to look at the leaks. Personally myself, I don't really kind of want to bother with the leaks, because that kind of ruins it either way. There's some people that are like, they just want to see something the second it comes out or something is new. But, personally, I'm not one that tries to look at all the leaks and whatnot and just tries to see that stuff. And also, I'm definitely not someone that tries to spread it, because trust me, I'm pretty sure that if you were to get caught by Bioware just spreading leaks and just, just telling everyone, oh, hey, do you know this is coming out with the new expansion, I'm pretty sure they would get, not very happy with you, and it might cause a problem with your account itself. And, I definitely don't want that to happen to myself, and I definitely don't want it to happen to, you guys who are watching this video. So, I mean, if you guys do actually see any of the leaks, I would definitely not recommend just, just putting them out there, just letting a bunch of people know about all the stuff that's going on, since, once again, I mean, that's just kind of bad overall for the sake of the game, and also for the sake of, your account itself. So, once again, I mean, it's kind of just, there's two sides of it. I mean, some people are going to say, hey, I mean, if you get on the PTS, just go ahead and just, I guess you'd say you're not technically, you still have the chance to go ahead and do that, leak it, but still, I mean, it is very wrong overall, just of the fact that people are going to go ahead and just leak stuff like that and just, ruin it. But, I mean, once again, it seems like, based on what some people have said, is that it doesn't seem like almost anyone actually gone to the PTS, so there's very little players, so that's also another problem. Is I know also that some people were saying that, in these screenshots of stuff that's being leaked, that they were actually, like, blurring out their names just so people couldn't figure out who they are. But, I mean, still, that's kind of, it's a bit crazy that people are going to go to all these lengths just to leak something that's going to be out in a month, and also they're going to go ahead and risk their accounts and then, try to justify their actions, because that's the other thing that, kind of annoys me. I know that a lot of people are going to hate me for this, and it seems like a lot of people on the Reddit hate people that are actually saying this, but I think it's kind of pointless to, just actually put yourself out there like that, and then, of course, get yourself likely banned when Bioware sees what you're doing. But, I mean, it's just kind of, it's kind of disappointing that you're going to have people in the community that are going to go ahead and just, go into a closed beta and then leak everything, and then, have no remorse whatsoever. I mean, once again, I mean, it's like a month away, but still, you have to realize that it kind of defeats the purpose of actually beta testing it and then just getting it all set up for when the actual players at launch that are going to, play it when it's completely out. That kind of, ruins it. And I know that this is not really the same story when it came down to, like, not Knights of the Fallen Empire, but Shadow of Revan, because I heard that with the whole entire, ASA, the closed beta for that there's still a bunch of bugs that weren't actually fixed by Bioware, even though they were mentioned in the forums for the PTS. So, yeah, I mean, that's something on its own. I'm guessing that might not happen, because some people were saying that there's a lot of bugs and glitches, and hopefully that Bioware just actually, they look at that stuff, since trust me, I don't think it's going to be good if we're going to actually be playing the beta at the actual launch in like a month, because that would definitely not be fun, personally, just to go ahead and, basically play a beta the second it actually comes out. So, yeah, I mean, that's just my whole entire fact on it. I mean, a lot of people don't like that, I'm just giving my opinion itself. I know that some people may actually, hate this video just because, I'm just saying my opinion on the whole entire, conflict of people leaking stuff. Once again, I mean, it's not really my account, but I definitely highly discourage players from, just constantly, just talking about all that stuff and then getting themselves, possibly banned. So, that's just one thing I just want to say right there. But yeah, I mean, for some reason, people would always try to justify their actions for doing something wrong. I mean, when people would exploit, they would go ahead and say, since Bioware left this in, it's just completely, it's completely fine since Bioware left this in. They didn't notice this glitch, or they just didn't actually decide to fix it, so we're just going to go ahead and do whatever we want, because, I just think that theory on itself is really stupid, because it's not really helping anyone. It's also making yourself look really stupid. Just because if you're going to go ahead and just, say the kind of stuff where you're going to constantly, just talk in a game about all this stuff, you're going to leak stuff, but then you're going to completely just go back on your word and say, since Bioware is not releasing info on Knights of the Fallen Empire, I just decided, I'm going to leak all the stuff for other players, so then Bioware can just, eat on that. But I can understand that players are really angry that Bioware hasn't been really, doing the best at releasing some extra info on Knights of the Fallen Empire. I mean, they've just basically talked about, some of the basic stuff of how, the choices are going to matter, you're the Outlander, blah, 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 all that stuff. All the stuff that they've been saying, like, the whole entire time. But I just don't think that actually justifies the actions of, just leaking the PTS information. I mean, it's all subject to change, but a lot of stuff that seems like people are leaking is going to be, in the actual main game itself when it actually comes out. So I think that's a bit ridiculous that that's actually happening. And I also think that it's important just to go ahead and discuss, because some players in the community just don't actually know about this, considering the fact that some people don't always check Reddit or know about this. Because once again, I mean, like I said, not every player that plays Star Wars Republic does check the Reddit. I mean, the Reddit's a good place to go ahead and just see about recent info and stuff, but it does kind of irritate me when people are just justifying their actions about just constantly just causing problems like that, where they go ahead and just leak a bunch of stuff. That seems like it can just go ahead and ruin the experience for not only you as a player, but also ruin it for, you know, anyone else that's trying to, you know, just kind of wants to play the game itself. I mean, you don't have to check the Reddit. You don't have to check the post that says, oh, so-and-so is leaked right here. And personally, I don't as well. But once again, I mean, you just have to realize that this is, after all, a public test server, and they do specifically say not to leak stuff. And then you have people just going out there and just leaking everything. I just think, personally, that seems kind of ridiculous that people are doing that. But once again, I mean, I can't really do too much overall, since, once again, I mean, I'm kind of focused on just making content and then getting prepared for Knights of the Fallen Empire, so it doesn't really bother me. But I guess it can, you know, it just kind of wanted to make a video just to speak for some people that I know that likely do check the Reddit but don't say anything. I mean, personally, I'm one of those players that does check the SWTOR public Reddit. But yeah, guys, I think it's just, you know, it's just something that I decided that I wanted to talk about today, and it's just been something that's been on my mind recently with all this leaks and all this stuff that's been coming out. So, just overall, my advice is that if you're just looking into this stuff, definitely wouldn't spread it, since you can likely get banned for doing that. That's the first thing I want to say. Second thing off is just, I just honestly don't understand why people are trying to justify their actions for leaking stuff on a test server. That just seems really stupid, but, you know, I guess you could say can't really change their decision since they've already done it, but, you know, it's kind of whatever. I guess it's just kind of, you know, some players are just going to go ahead and do that and just kind of have to deal with that. And last but not least, I just want to go ahead and just say, you know, that we should definitely try to focus on, you know, the upsides, and just hope that Knights of the Fallen Empire can be really good, since I feel like it's going to be, you know, it's definitely going to be a good expansion, hopefully. Even with some of the leaks going on, with some people saying that, you know, it's going to be a bit different than what we thought of, I still think it's going to be really interesting to go ahead and just see how all this stuff turns out. So it seems like we actually did lose this match right here, which kind of sucks, but it's all good. Just once again, now we're just playing some more of the Star Wars Republic and playing on a Carnage Marauder again. Definitely like playing on the Carnage Marauder. It's definitely really fun. Yeah, I can say that's going to be the end of this Star Wars Republic video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is the next episode, or the actual return of the Star Wars Republic Carnage Marauder PvP. As always, if you guys enjoy these videos, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.